So, before we started this project, we met up as a team and we were absolutely amped up. We were ready to go and we were ready to conquer this challenge. We were ready to be the team that came up on top and could get the object with the highest value. Unfortunately, things didn't work out that way, and as time went on and days passed and no one wanted to take our $25 gift card, we slowly became more and more disheartened. But looking back on this entire experience, we realized all the things that we learned. And now, we can apply these lessons in whatever business setting we end up in. So, looking forward into the future, we can now apply what we've learned to become better salespeople and more resilient business professionals in general.
From the beginning, we didn't have a very clear strategy of how we wanted to approach this. All we knew is we had a $5 Amazon gift card and we wanted to use Facebook Marketplace, Funds, a trading platform, and as well as our personal network and connections. Thankfully, one of our group members had a $25 gift certificate that we thought would work better in the market instead of a lower valued Amazon gift card. But we were definitely wrong. Thankfully, we were able to get in touch with a dual degree student who was willing to trade in the value of the gift card for cash. Now, figuring out what to do with the cash was the hard part, but we decided on a pink ukulele for one of our group members.
Firstly, Buns. This virtual trading marketplace was fascinating, and we got to see a lot of different items with really interesting backstories. Another highlight was that first feeling, that buzz of excitement when you first get a reply from someone. And we had that feeling quite a few times. And those were definitely some highlights when that door of possibility opened and we were able to kind of negotiate a possible trade. Finally, for me, the biggest highlight was making our final trade for this ukulele. My father was a musician and recently released an album last year. Throughout COVID, I've been looking for hobbies, looking for new things to try, and this definitely gives me the opportunity to try something that will bring me closer to him.
When it's quite literally rejection after rejection after rejection, you have no choice. You have to learn how to make failure your best friend. I would wake up and send 40 to 50 messages every single morning. And every time I got a notification, I got excited because I thought, oh, a buyer, only to realize it was a no. Or it was someone laughing at me, or someone who had just completely left the chat. I kept at it though. I kept sending messages every morning up until the third or fourth day when I had it, because I started tying it to my own self-worth. But everything changed for me when I realized that I could help get Owen back into music. And at that point, failure didn't seem as bad. I was so driven to get this boy his pink ukulele, and then I only realized maybe failure was a good thing because it's giving me useful information in terms of how to pivot. And so instead of messaging random people, I carefully found people in London, told them about our story, and read their bios to make sure they seemed nice and were willing to actually give away their musical instruments. So I guess for me, the narrative around failure changed when I really found out why I loved it, which is to help someone else.
So, what did we learn from this experience? Well, we realized firsthand the importance of storytelling. Instead of focusing on the product itself, we saw other groups center their sales around the project. You see the focus on social experiment versus the product name at the bottom? During COVID, people want to feel as though they are part of something. By leaning into this feeling, there was much more willingness to trade from customers, leading to other groups having more success. However, we mistakenly saw COVID as a hurdle, a hindrance to our ability to tell a compelling story, and limiting consumer willingness to participate in sales that did not align with their rational brain. In the future, however, we have learned that we should lead into these changes and find out how they may benefit us instead, such as finding new ways to engage people in stories, and opportunities that arise in consumer demands. In the case of COVID, a willingness to trade things that may not be of equal value in order to feel as though you are part of something. So, why do these learnings matter?
To summarize, our team developed 3 key takeaways from this sales experience. 1. Sales requires resilience. You must be able to pick yourself up after each rejection and have the courage to keep hustling. 2. Sales requires flexibility. You need to be comfortable adjusting course and pivoting your strategy when necessary. 3rd, sales requires a captivating story. If you can't get your audience to lean in, your message will get lost in the crowd. With these key learnings in hand, I see many more pink ukulele sales in our very bright futures.